Hello everybody and welcome back to more of Pokémon LeafGreen. Last time, we arrived in Fuchsia City, and we explored the Safari Zone. We even caught 2 new Pokémon, one of which is already evolved. We caught ourselves a Poliwag, which evolved into a Poliwhirl, and we also caught an Execute. In today's episode, we are going to be challenging the Fuchsia City Gym, and its leader, which is, hang on, let me read the sign here, Fuchsia City Pokemon Gym Leader Koga, the Poisonous Ninja Master. Which is perfect because Execute, being part Grass and part Psychic type, it'll have an advantage against Poison type Pokemon. This is also the first time that I'm looking at Execute's stats, so we got a Bashful Nature, Chlorophyll, so the speed is raised in the sun, that's good. High defense, which is very good, given all of the weaknesses that Execute and its evolved form has. And then we have Reflect, Leech Seed, Confusion, and Stun Spore. That's a good set to start off with. Alright, so without further ado, let us enter the gym. This gym here, it's filled with many invisible walls, but first let's talk to the gym guide. Yo, champ in the making! Fuchsia Gym is a tricked up place. It's riddled with invisible walls. Koga might appear close, but he's blocked off. You have to find gaps in the walls to reach him. There's a trick in the original versions of these games where you can easily tell where the invisible walls are. And I guess it's the same for this game, because some of the walls you can tell with the cracks in the floor are a little bit thicker than others, but just by a little bit of pixels. Anyway, there are battles to get to here, so let's start off. Strength isn't the key for Pokemon. Do you understand this? Pokemon is about strategy. I'll show you how strategy can beat brute strength. Alright, Juggler Caden has 1 Pokemon, and it is a Hypno, which is not a Poison type. Yeah, they trick you in this gym. They also trick you in the next gym we're going to be challenging as far as type-wise. Poliwhirl's not really ready to face off against any gyms yet, so we'll just send in Snorlax. I love Snorlax. Snorlax is a pretty defensive beast, both physical and special, so I really love having Snorlax in my playthroughs of these games. And that Body Slam gets a paralyzation right away, yes! Okay, let's go with another Body Slam. Paralyzation, did I say? And it sounds like we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Polymerization. 600 experience points for Execute, that's a good start, and we have defeated Juggler Caden. What? Extraordinary! Alright, that's 1 battle down, and now we move on to the next one. I was a magician once upon a time, but I dreamt of becoming a ninja, so I joined this gym. Alright, Juggler Kirk has 4 Pokemon. Out first is a Drowsy, yet another Psychic-type Pokemon. Alright, Execute. Once we get to the Poison types, you'll be able to handle them. But for now, we're going to switch into Snorlax. Meditate is going to raise up the attack of Drowsy. But that shouldn't matter, because all we need to do is hit a couple Body Slams. Or just 1 in this case. Alright, good game, Drowsy. 300 experience points for Execute. Another Drowsy is up next. We're going to stay in with Snorlax. Usually I'd switch out to help my Pokemon get more experience, but really, Execute's going to get lots of experience when it comes to Poison types, and these Pokemon are not too high level that Execute can't handle them when we get to those, so it's not like it really matters. Drowsy goes down, so more experience for Snorlax here. Kadabra, I don't think this guy's going to have any Poison types at all. Alright, Kadabra, let's see if you can handle bot. Oh, you go first, actually. Yeah, Snorlax, you get a lot of offense, but Snorlax is pretty slow, because it's bulky. But a Body Slam takes it out in one shot, and we're only 2 levels higher than the Pokemon so far, keep in mind. Another Drowsy. It's kind of weird how they did this, how Koga's a poison-type gym leader, technically, when trainers in his gym have Psychic types, and I believe the same goes for the Psychic-type gym leader having poison types. It's kind of backwards, but it's whatever. Anyway, we have defeated Juggler Kirk. I'm done for! Alright, there we go. Now we got this guy to battle. I also study the way of the ninja with Master Koga. Ninja have a long history of using it. Ninjas, I believe you mean, sir. Oh god, he's got a whip. I'm sorry! Anyway, Tamer Edgar has 3 Pokemon out. First is an Arbok. Finally, we're getting into the poison types. It took a Tamer to get to him, though. 6 levels higher. We're gonna go for it. First, we're gonna use Leech Seed. Hopefully we survive. Come on. Yes! There we go. Thank you for the Leech of Seeds. And next, we're gonna use Stun Spore. I think, yeah, we'll be able to survive this, as long as it doesn't get a critical hit. Or not. Well, thanks, Arbok. Thanks very much. Let's send in Poliwhirl, I guess. At least Poliwhirl's gonna get some health back, whatever it loses. Let's use Surf. Our defense is gonna be lowered thanks to the Screech, but that shouldn't really matter. Surf, go. Okay, that does a decent amount. And the Leech Seed is going to help take additional damage off from Arbok. Another Surf and a Leech Seed should do it, I think. Oh, we flinched. Well, a Surf and another Leech Seed will definitely take it out as long as I don't flinch in this next turn. Or if he doesn't use an item, which it's pretty rare when trainers that are non-gym leaders or rivals or Elite Four or champions use items outside of battle. It's very rare. There we go. A little speck of health is going to be taken away with Leech Seed, and that is going to do it for Arbok. I really wish that experience would have went to our Execute, but, you know, it's whatever, he got lucky. Let's use Surf on the Sandslash. Ooh, wow, Poliwhirl, you're getting strong. We've only had you for 1 episode, and oh my god. Well then, go Snorlax? Okay, a Body Slam should do it. And there we go. Alright, and the final Pokemon is going to be an Arbok. We'll stay in because Snorlax has the immunity ability, so it cannot get poisoned. Really, the only thing it can do is use Glare, if it has it, and Wrap or Bind. Or Screech. We can use Body Slam, though, and hopefully paralyze it before it can possibly paralyze us. I wish it would have done that. Poison Sting, that's going to do damage, but you're not going to get poison off. We're in the red health, but that's not going to matter because this Body Slam is going to take out Arbok, and that is going to do it for this battle against Tamer Edgar. Ow! Okay. Oh, nope. Didn't want to go into the Pokemon thing. I wanted to go into my bag. Because now we need to heal up our Pokemon. Okay. I bought 3 revives off screen. So here they are. And actually, technically, we can evolve our Execute right now with that Leaf Stone. But, I think I'm gonna wait. Alright, and then a revive on Poliwhirl. And now to use our many... wait, we have full restore? Oh. I think we picked that up in the Safari Zone. But, we're gonna use some Super Potions to heal up our Pokemon. Alright, make this go by fast, because I know it's tedious to show off this stuff. I don't know why these cutscenes are in here, but you can skip them if you want. Well, I can skip them if I want. It's just a matter of pressing the A button as quick as I can. And another one for Snorlax. That should be good. We have some rare candies. Let's use rare candies, why not? We'll use them on Execute. And we'll use one on Poliwhirl. Rain Dance. You already tried learning this when you were evolving. No. And leftovers. Yes, I went back and got leftovers from where the 2 Snorlaxes were. So I'm finally going to be using them. And Charizard. We have a Quick Claw as well from the Safari Zone, so let's equip it to Execute. That will help when we face off against potential poison types. I think that's good for now. Alright, let's make our way. There's the badge. Too bad we can't pick it up just straight off the wall. Okay, let's stop right here and fight this guy. Hey, I'm stopping. You don't have to tell me. The famed invisible walls of Fuchsia Gym have you frustrated? Not really. Alright, Tamer Phil has 2 Pokemon. Out first is a Sandslash. Alright, Execute. Stun Spore. And there we go. Sandslash is paralyzed. Let's use Leech Seed. Or we can miss thanks to the Sand Attack damage. Sand Attack damage? Why did I say damage? Sand Attack is not a damaging move, you dunce. Okay, now it's Leech Seeded, so we'll get some health back, even though it doesn't matter because it keeps breaking through paralysis and using frickin' Slash all the time. Can we get Parafusion on it, maybe? Or we can miss. There we go, finally it gets paralyzed, so we can get some health back, not worry about its next slash after taking us out. We'll use Reflect. Oh, of course that hits. Alright. Are you serious? Execute cannot get a break, I swear! Alright, Poliwhirl, looks like you're getting this experience. And that Leech Seed. Alright, Surf. And that Leech Seed is going to give back some health, which is good. Our accuracy has fallen, but that shouldn't really matter too much. The occasional move will miss, but that's to be expected. Hacker. And again, experience that should have been for Execute. We'll stay in. I'm actually going to use my final revive that I have on me right now on Execute, and hopefully we'll be able to actually face the Arbok, not get bitten to death right away. Okay, revive. On Execute. There we go. Defense is going to fall. That's good. Accuracy and defense have fallen, which is beautiful. Let's see. Super Potion. Will not waste a Max Potion. Those are for later. Even though I never really use Max Potions, come to think of it, in Pokemon games. I usually just go from Super Potions to full restores. Alright. And, we'll use Surf on it. We'll lower it a bit. And then we'll bring in Execute to take it out. Alright, another Surf. Alright, and Hypnosis. There we go, Arbok is asleep, and now, hopefully, I can switch into Execute. It won't wake up on the first turn and take us out with a critical hit bite. Come on back, Poliwhirl, go Execute. Okay, thank you, it's still fast asleep. Alright. Confusion. I was contemplating using Leech Seed just now, but I think just going all offense is the best key. Okay. One more confusion. Okay, good. Fast asleep, stay asleep. Come on, execute. Yeah, we got it. Finally, Execute wins its first battle. And of course, we get the minimal experience thanks to Poliwhirl. But anyway, we've defeated Tamer Phil. Whoa! You've got it! Alright. And now, before we actually do that... wait, is Execute still in front? Should be. Yes, okay. He probably doesn't have any poison types, but whatever. Master Koga comes from a long line of ninjas! Where did you descend from? Juggler Sean has 2 Pokemon. Out first is going to be a Drowsy, of course. And I just realized just now in trying to do the pre-match dialogue that I said I combined where and what, so it sounded really, really weird. Please don't flinch. Of course. Please don't flinch. Of course. Thank you for using a move other than Headbutt, so I can actually use a God, now that confused me. I can't even say Stun Spore right now. There you go, Stun Spore. You chocolate-covered elephant. Leech Seed. And of course we can miss. Poison Gas. Leech Seed. Thank you for finally hitting. Okay. Meditate again so its attack is going to keep rising. Hopefully it can get some paralysis going a little bit so it doesn't raise its attack every move. Or hit me with a move. This probably isn't going to do much since it's a psychic type, but let's use Confusion. Yeah, that did nothing. And Meditate again. Okay, I'm going to switch out now because, honestly, Execute can probably not take that much of attacks from this guy with +3 attack. So, yeah, we're going to switch out. Go Snorlax, because you could use some levels. So he uses the special attack after raising his attack 3 times. Drowsy. Alright, let's just use Headbutt, since we're running out of Body Slams. Plus it's already paralyzed, so it's not like it even matters. Alright, next up is Hypno. We're gonna switch out, only because we need experience on Execute. And back out into Snorlax. Leftovers is going to take that damage and heal it back up a bit. Alright, and Body Slam. I see Hypno is using the Drowsy strategy, where it's going to use... oh, thank you for paralyzing, where it's going to use Meditate to raise its attack, and then probably going to use Psychic. But now it has a less chance of doing so because of the paralysis. We'll use Strength. And there we go. There we go. Good experience for Execute. And that's going to do it for Juggler Sean. You're more skilled than I thought. Alright, and I believe that is the final trainer. Actually, there's that guy there. And there we go. We're at Leader Koga. Okay, our Pokemon are looking pretty good. Execute, I wish, would have gotten at least another level, but that's fine. Anyway, before you challenge the gym leader or an important battle anyway, save the game. Like always, I recommend you do so. God, my playtime is so awful because of training all of my Pokemon. And when you're ready, talk to Leader Koga. A mere child like you dares to challenge me? The very idea makes me shiver with mirth. Very well. I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. Poison brings steady doom. Sleep renders foes helpless. Despair to the creeping horror of poison-type Pokémon! Alright, here we go against Gym Leader Koga, who has 4 Pokémon. Out first is going to be a Coughing. Alright, execute. This is your chance. Stun Spore. There we go. We are 9 levels lower than, oh god, self-destruct. Yeah, that's not good for execute. Well, that's 1 Pokemon down. Let's go into Snorlax. Alright, Leftovers is going to give us 10 health, and next up for Koga is a Muck, which we will use Body Slam on, if we can actually hit it now that it's hit Minimize. There we go, we connected, and... I was hoping for the paralysis, but that's fine. Getting close to full health again with Snorlax, which is awesome. Now I don't have to use Rest to get there. Let's try a Body Slam again, although it's going to be even more harder now that it's used Minimize yet again. Never mind! Okay! Snorlax! Where did this come from, man? You're pulling this out. He's probably going to use a Super Potion now, or Full Restore, whatever he has. Hyper Potion, okay. Gonna use Headbutt, just to be safe. And we missed. Good. Wonderful. And the Leftovers is going to heal us up by 1, so now we have full health again. We'll use Yawn, if we can hit it, to put the Muck to sleep. There we go. It connects, and in 2 turns, Muck is going to go Night-Night. So we won't really... I wonder if we get paralysis on Body Slam, if it would still fall asleep. Probably not. I want to try this out. I've never did this before. Well, we can also miss. And now Muck is sleeping. And Leftovers is going to bring us back up to 132 health. Let's just use Headbutt. Or we can miss. Wonderful. Yeah, Muck is his trickiest Pokemon to defeat, because of the Minimize and all of that stuff. But we finally connect with a Strength, and that doesn't even do a third. Boy, this is going to be a long battle. Alright, Muck is still sleeping. Come on, Snorlax. Yeah, there we go. Alright, 1 more Strength should do it, as long as we hit. Alright, come on. Muck's still sleeping. And... oh, we miss! Of course we miss! Of course! And now Muck is awake. Toxic, haha! Muck, I have immunity on Snorlax. You cannot touch me. Well, you can with Sludge, but you can't poison me. And we finally are able to hit Strength once again and take out Muck. Alright, 2 Pokemon now remain. Snorlax is now level 35, so it's getting up there with the other Pokemon that we have. Next up is going to be a Coughing. If we had Execute still, we could actually use it, or at least try to, with self-destructing and all. But we'll stay in with Snorlax. Alright, gain some health back with that Leftovers. And let's use a Body Slam. There we go. Half health gone. Sludge, I was expecting you to use self-destruct because you like to go boom, Coughing, and so does your evolved form, which is the only Pokemon left that Koga has, I believe. But we'll use Headbutt and take you out. So you cannot go boom on my Snorlax. Although, to be fair, I think Snorlax could take a self-destruct hit and survive. And Koga's final Pokemon is going to be Weezing. We are going to stay in. And possibly one more time with leftovers. Let's use our final body slam. Make this count, Snorlax! I was hoping for paralysis on our final body slam. That's alright, though. Let's use strength. There we go. If I can survive this next sludge, then I'm contemplating putting it to sleep. Oh, we barely survived that. Okay. Now, this turn, during Weezing's drowsy phase, I'm gonna heal up Snorlax with a super potion. That way we can survive one hit, and then it will go to sleep. Then we can just use strength or headbutt on it. And there we go. One more sludge. That is going to take us back to the red, but with leftovers we'll get back up to normal. Alright, there we go. No more annoying beeping. Okay, headbutt. Really? Wow. You serious? Okay, now he used a full heal, and now he's probably going to use his last Hyper Potion, which is wonderful. There we go. We're going to put it to sleep, though, so it's going to be at full health and sleeping, so we should be alright. Well, I mean, it's not going to go to sleep right away. It still has one turn, and its next sludge won't take us out, so... At least unless it gets a critical, which, knowing my luck... Alright, strength... Oh, that was close. Really close. Okay, now to sleep again. Hopefully he doesn't have another full heal. I didn't think he had one, actually. Because, you know, it's been like about a year now, as of this recording, since I've actually played this game in a three-way race between me and my two cousins, AJ and Kyle, so I didn't remember him having a full heal. Strength... Oh, come on! Really? You have to wake up? Really? I can't get one extra turn? Come on, game. No, I can't send you out again, Snorlax. I don't think Poliwhirl could take it out, especially since it has less than 30 health. Come on, Jolteon, let's do this. Shockwave. Come on, take it out. Oh, so close! Jolteon! So close. Quick attack to finish it off. There we go. Down goes Weezing. Jolteon gains that boatload of experience to grow to level 39. And that is going to do it against Gym Leader Koga. You have proven your worth. Here, take the Soul Badge. Now that you have the Soul Badge, the defense of your Pokémon rises. It also lets you surf outside of battle. Ah, take this too! And we received TM06 from Koga and put it in the TM case. Sealed within that TM06 lies Toxic. It is a secret technique dating back to some 400 years. Alright, and there we go, and now we gotta make our long way back through the puzzle in order to get out of the gym. Alright, so we're already more than halfway done with the gym leader battles. We're halfway done with this game, and this is going by a lot faster than my last two Pokemon LPs. Next time on Pokemon LeafGreen, we will make our way to a city that we actually could have visited before, called Saffron City, which contains the next gym. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you, hello voice crack, I will see you next time.